There you are, standing in front of the board, ready to tell them about your awesome idea that's gonna raise the volume, the profit, and the revenue of the company. You tell them about the company's story, where the company is gonna be, and how profitable it's gonna be based on your idea. And at the end, they look at you and say, well, think about it. You walk out, you're not new to this. You know they're not gonna think about it. So, where did you go wrong?
Yo.
Alright, so one of the key structures when it comes to communication as well as storytelling and even business sale and all those mindset is persuasion. And that's exactly what we're going to go over. And one of the people who's going to help us with that is Alex Hormozi. So we're going to do a little bit of an analysis on one of his videos to just show you the structure as well as different tactics he uses in his presentation. Also, one disclaimer that this isn't an original idea. This is actually an idea that I got from Rob Lally. I've been following him for a while. Awesome guy. Make sure you give him a shout out as well follow. And the audio is really bad. I tried my best to fix it, but I tried. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed the video and be gentle.
I'm going to give you 7 obscenely easy ways to get customers for free that you can implement within this week. These tactics have made me millions of dollars. They actually work, and I'll give you the real stats that I got when I used them in my...
So one thing I'll point out is that when it comes to being persuasive, there's no real one way of being persuasive. Now, right now we're looking at Alex Hormozi and his persuasive tactics. Now, one thing I would say about him is that he's a lot more of a direct individual. So he's not going to beat around the bush on what he's going to say. He's going to tell you, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I got it, and this is how you should do it. He's more direct in his process and his tactic, which works for him and his audience, obviously, as well.
My business so you can use them in yours. You should be obsessed with getting referrals, and here's why. Referrals buy at higher percentages, at higher prices, they buy more often,
So he just did 2 persuasive tactics right here. He basically told you that this is how I did it and this is why you should do it. When in your business, and this is how and why you should it, because referrals X1 and X2 and X3. And what he did right there is basically open a loop, because I'm very sure he's gonna go over all 3 of those tactics and tell you how they worked for him and how you could implement it in your business. It's pretty smart.
buy more times, and they're the most likely customer to, yes, refer you more customers. And so if you have 2 types of customers that you could potentially get, one that costs you a lot of money and does none of these things, and one that's free that does all of those things, which would you prefer? Well, obviously this one. And independent of how big your business gets.
The tactic was choice. He's leveraging one over the other. Obviously, no one will pick this one, but he told you that this was a better one and they even gave you a chance. So again, that's where his direct personality comes into play.
30% of your business coming from referrals, no matter you're at 100 million or 100,000 a year, still grows your business by 30%. And when it's that big and it's still free, that's the type of stuff that compounds a business into infinity versus having one that plateaus. Because
now, also another persuasive tactic that you could confuse, maybe it's his personality, and even so, it works. The one thing that he's doing that a lot of people have problems or a lot are kind of iffy about is he's projecting. And that projection could be seen in so many different ways, whether he's arrogant, proud, or just really passionate with what he's saying. But being persuasive requires a level of almost hubris and an arrogant like confidence to where what I'm saying I believe. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's drawing you in.
people tell other people about it. So the first one is, when I looked at one of our portfolio companies, we had a new sales guy crushed all of the records that had ever been done on that sales team. And it was a very experienced sales team. And I was like, what is this guy doing? Does he have higher close rates on the phone? And he didn't have higher close rates, but for some reason, he was able to get 30 to 50% more sales than everybody else. I was like, okay, so how is he getting more opportunities? Who else do you know? Who do you think would benefit from this, who you'd want to do this with? Right? Because now you're actually asking them to solve a problem with their brain, not make a quick yes, no answer, which is what most people are just going to say, no, I don't know anybody, let's move on. And number one, this isn't going to be your grandmother's, referral video on, hey, you should ask for referrals. I'm going to give you some very specific strategies on what to do, how to say it in a way that'll actually get the likelihood that they do it pretty high. Now,
Again, he he did another perspective tactic where he's telling what exactly he's gonna do. Where he's not here to just give you some story or arbitrage reason like these referrals are great. No, he's gonna tell you exactly that. Like he show you the tactics, the method, and why you should do it. It's pretty neat.
referrals are super valuable for a number of reasons. One is that they compound with the business, meaning whether you're a $100 million business, 30% on 100 million or 30%
He's starting that open loop now.
on 100 grand is still going to be 30%. And so it's one of the most scalable ways to grow a business overall. The biggest companies in the world, the vast majority of what they get is from word of mouth. It's from people telling other people. And in today's society where people are more able to share things faster and bigger across broader audiences and networks,
Now, in this situation, what he's doing is basically like make bringing it ground level to where he's telling you like what today's society is like and where you are more likely to level with him in his understanding.
it matters more than ever. It's so funny because people are like, man, why are my ads, they were working, now they're not. Everybody believes in positive word of mouth. They don't believe in negative word of mouth, but both word of mouth happen because that's how this works. Number two, referrals who come in are more likely to buy, so they have a higher close rate. They pay more. They're more likely to buy a more premium version of what you have, and they're also more likely to refer other customers. So you get 3 spins on the money-making wheel from having referrals versus a cold customer. So if you have, let's say, a recurring membership business that you have 10% monthly churn, well, you can obviously always keep trying to decrease that churn, but one of the other things that will always compound it at any level, so if you have 1,000 customers, you churn 10%, you need 100 new customers just to break even. One of the very smart things that business owners do is they say, okay, well, if I can get 10% of my customers to refer someone every month, then I can offset that churn so that my business is stable. And so by having a consistent way to get all your customers to refer you 10%, you can make up for the 10% churn that you have. And the ratio.
Now, I don't know what if he did this on purpose or he did it accidentally, but he basically was just what Alex just did a few cooks ago that he he basically made the audience feel good because his core audience are business owner, and that's who he's persuading to do what he's doing in this project and well in this video. So saying that what the smartest business owners do, one, not only are doing is X Y Z, not only is it making them feel good, but it's also making the business who aren't doing this feel a bit shitty so that they're a lot more likely to like almost buy into what he's saying. He also gain that social.
Between your referral percentage and your churn percentage is you're going to be your stable at rest growth rate. And so if you could have even 20% referrals on 10%, then it means you're going to grow 2 to 1. And you will keep growing 2 to 1 no matter how big you get. Number one, this is called the gift card play. So I use this during holiday season. So either you make up a holiday, it's like, hey, it's my birthday, it's my wife's birthday, it's the anniversary of the business, or you go with the standard holidays. It's Christmas, it's Easter, it's you can make it a spring thing. It doesn't really matter. You just have a reason why to do the gift cards. Now, what you do with the gift cards, it works especially well at Christmas, is that you say that they are gifts for other people. So you offer it to your membership base, and here's how it works, is that you want the amount for the gift card to be equal to one of your core unit of service. So something that you would normally give away for free. So if you were an SEO agency, you might have a $2,000 a month service. Okay, then it would be $2,000 is what the gift card would be. Now you're like, wait, $2,000 gift card? Yes, this is why it's so compelling. If you had a garage door fixing business and there's 3 elements to your service, you'd make it the base level, the cheapest level is what the gift card would be equivalent to. So let's say you have up to $1,000 of stuff and the lowest thing is $200, then you make the gift card $100 or $200. Now, that step one is what you price the value of the discount, the gift card at. The second element is what you make the discount for. And the discount, you want to be as aggressive as possible. And so I recommend 90% or more discount on this. So if I have a $2,000 thing, 90% discount is $200. And you're like, wait, I'm not going to make money on this. Hold on. The point here is, what would you already give away for free in terms of service or product in order to get a new customer? Probably a lot, especially if you know that a referral is worth a lot of money. And this is where it gets
Now, right there, what he did right there, he basically just overcame an objection that was already coming out from an audience. For example, if you were in front of a sale and either you say something that contradicts the thinking of either of your client or your customer, you then have to clarify that objection before it becomes an issue at the end. And that's exactly what he did masterfully, I would say.
Magical, okay? Is that what you do is you say, hey, I'm going to be giving these gift cards away only to my existing customers, and you can only give them to other people for the holiday season. Now, I'm going to limit them, this is a key point, limit 2 per customer, because that also gets everyone to buy 2, so that they refer you to customers. And so that customer now buys 2 90% off coupons that they have to give to 2 individual people that they can't use on themselves. And when they make the purchase, you say, who do you want me to make this gift card out to? And guess what happens there? By making the gift card out to somebody, you also capture the lead. And so you get 2 referral leads that you get paid for. This is what I'm saying. You get paid for the referral lead. Everybody else, you have to pay money to get leads. Here, you get paid to get leads. All right? Big difference here. So whatever, if you want to get really nuanced about it, you could just make it your cost to acquire a customer, but I think it's far more compelling to make it whatever your base unit is, with the assumption that you know that you're going to be able to bring this person in and then upsell for levels of service and then use that gift card against that. And so obviously we ran this in the brick and mortar gym space, which is where I started. And so we would run, let's say, a $200 gift card, which is about a month, and you get 90% off, so that people would pay $20 for a $200 gift card. And now they look like amazing family members. They're like, hey, I gave you a $200 gift card and you a $200 gift card to my gym. The person comes in with the card because you have their number, so you can text them and follow up. And then you put an expiration date on the gift card. This is very important, is the expiration on the gift card needs to be 30 days. Because you want them to use it as fast as possible. This is a year-long thing. You need to put urgency to get the lead in the door. So then you follow up and say, hey, Sandra gave you that gift card.
So this video could go on and on and on. But basically just showing, like, giving you almost like a master class in persuasion. So the one thing you should hold on to is when it comes to persuading as well communicating, whether in sales, business, or even just general life, is that not everyone's going to be persuaded in the same way. Because I wanted to say when it comes to Alex Hormozi, his persuasion style works on a general public, but for on an individual level, he's probably not going to go this hard on his clients. He's doing good to a large audience right now, so this kind of form works well. And depending on your personality type, it's going to change and switch. But the core, the key tactic still works in terms of like the open loop, being certain and passionate in what you're saying, as well as giving more tactical knowledge to the audience. As well, one thing that he did do is that he took a complex idea and actually made it a lot more digestible to who he's talking about and eliminating any technical jargon that may go over the audience's head. So when it comes to persuading, you understand the general knowledge as well as the tactics and make them mesh well with your personality type, right? And see what you missed and see if you could implement them next. The one thing I'll say to definitely get you started is to start off with the open loop structure. It's one thing that really gets people engaged because they're always wanting to know what the last one's going to be. All right.
Let's get you in here.